What's up, everyone? If you're looking at the stream after, I actually publish it on my channel. I mean, I'm just chilling. I will be streaming like once in a while, and right now I am actually thinking about what I can do for this week, which is going to be very, very busy for me. And eventually next week I won't be able to stream, unfortunately, and I won't be posting that much. I'm going to try to prepare some video before I leave, but I'm going to be off for a week. I've been hired to do some fire show and LARPing event in the United States, so kind of a little, well, not of a bummer. Like, I'm really thrilled to go, but I'm actually going to not be able to post or be able to interact as much with you as I am usually able to. So, what's going on? So, first of all, we've taken back Anuminous yesterday. There's a few battle here. We've been pushed out of Minriat, sadly. They also took Enedwaith and Dunlin. Oh, that's new. Okay, so Upper Endwin, the Pirate of Millhurt took it. That's good. They also, that's Reap. So Reap took the Carmen Vale, which we were unsure they would succeed yesterday. I mean, it's still like unlikely that we will win anything. Like, they are almost at the Argonaut like in 5 hours, and we're not even halfway there. But again, if you look at actually the progress, you can see like they are a lot more active than us. Like, just here you can see level 80 ring, they had almost twice the amount. So that's just mean that we are fighting. We basically have 238 players that are active versus maybe like 327. But the issue is, even though like they are not fighting, they are like taking our tiles. Like, I had a bunch of tiles over here. Let me see. Yeah, this little like pack here, this is where I started, and I've been losing tile day after days. So eventually I relocated around here in Rudor, like the limit, right, this area, and I sent some of my troop gathering some resources, and luckily these have been like spared for now. But once I was done here, because eventually there was not much to gather, I went north in Nanloon, and believe it or not, I've been like I had some like some tile being stolen around here. I think they cleaned it off. Yeah, they cleaned it off. But yesterday and like before yesterday, there was some enemy that was like just grabbing some of my tile, and I lost. Like, this one was mine, this 200 was mine, this was mine too. So yeah, all the wheat over here, that's all the tile that I lost. So I could perhaps get this one back, but whatever. So yeah, basically, even though they're not fighting as much, they are just annoying by taking up some like tile and just getting rid of some resources that could be very useful for us. All right, let me switch view. This is my YouTube video view, and we're gonna go stream. All right, there we go. All right, so my computer completely broke. No, sorry, not completely. My SSD hard drive just gave up on life, and I had to rebuild. Fortunately, I was able to just retrieve all the information, but this here, I don't know if the link for my YouTube channel or just my like privacy or something is working. So let me actually test it. If I go here and I actually hear. and here. So I see it here, and what about here? All right, cool, it works, perfect. Just a little checkup, making sure. So yeah, that's about it. So today we've been defending Anuminus. We were supposed to push for Hobbiton, because that's the last little place. They are kind of still around, and some of them have moved. There were some city. I think they have been cleared off. Yeah, there's some like remains. Like this will need to be cleared. Okay, yeah, they have still a few forts, but yeah, they used to have some city around, and I think they've been cleared yesterday or this morning. So that's at least there's that. It's great, but they've been like coming back and attacking Illuminus. Oh, you little boy! All right, let's rumble a little bit, try to get some prestige, and just clear off those. Like my Sauron is actually very strong right now, rocking those tier 4 from Angmar, and like these are elves, but I used to be against Rohan a lot, so I had those Albardier. We're just going to see, like he does crazy damage. I'm running the Madness build, so we're gonna see what it does here. Alright, that's a draw. Oh, that's a very good draw for me. I mean, it's a level 38 Gandalf, but yeah, we're gonna take it. So yeah, I'm running the Carver with Smite because focus damage, and the Evil Man here, like both my troop are getting +3 attack, which is very strong. Might and focus. Scale armor, might, focus, 18, both stats that we want, and the melee defense that will actually be good for both my unit, 15. So very strong. Melee vigor, maxed out, -6% damage. The bone mask that puts the build together gives the HP for my army +3 and might focus 18, but we want the Hysteria, which every 2 round will provide 100% chance to inflict madness. So every 2 round I give madness to an enemy, and I have Enfeeble, which result in a 40% increased damage plus the chance for him to attack his ally, which is very, very strong. And just the worn out smoking pipe for the focus and the sustain, because he's actually very strong with the healing. If you want to see here, like I rock like 51,000. I've seen 60,000 healing in a fight because of the pipe and the soul siphon. Very strong. So yeah, you can see my commander deal as much damage as my unit here, so it's very hard for enemy to counter. To counter the build. And you can see here I've done 220, so he did himself 30,000 damage. Very, very good. Just because of the madness. So yeah, and I've cleared off, like, that's huge. That's massive. Like these guys, I'm pretty glad to see them off. Alright, who's that? Tanael. He's gonna hit the second army here. This one retreated. I'm gonna send my Gorbak too. I don't think he's going to attack me, but yeah, Tanael is going to hit this reinforced first. Yeah, I got my Witch King. My Black Serpent has been like doing great too. I've been hitting those Gandalf like quite a lot, and he's like 5 level under and still like won this battle. I know this army is not quite complete. There's a few units missing, but still like very, very strong. Otherwise, here like Tyrannus again, not full. I knew that, but yeah, he's been blocking those Gandalf for days. Like this was the first that he blocked, then the second one that came in again, not completely full, but still like same kind of level. And I'm not against like archery. Like I'm just rocking those unit, like the Corsair are pretty good. Like there's almost no cavalry, and like the Fallen are just crazy strong. But yeah, like he's stopping Gandalf for days. Yeah, my Sauron here was like very, very weak. My Black Serpent. Alright, that's remain of like a troop. I'm not going to count it. Destroying this Aldir. Resisting like a Gandalf with like almost no unit. And then the Gandalf strikes again. I was away. I was at work, so I didn't see what happened. So yeah, Black Serpent. I was starting to doubt him, but it ended up being very good. Did Taniel it just now? No. Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, that Aragorn build. Yeah, it's going to be very bad for even for me. Actually, you know what? I'm rocking more Raider. And yeah, he doesn't have anything. What here? Trend. Okay. So yeah, the basic Aragorn damage build. I guess that's pretty decent. Alright, and I'm also very happy that I fixed my bad resolution. I'm looking at my stream right now, and the resolution is actually what I want it to be. So, very nice. So you feel free and you enjoy watching it, hopefully. Alright, so Gorbag striking in 7 seconds. So, basically almost at the same time as my Sauron. Like, this guy will have like a 2 seconds delay to retreat his army. Never mind, I just one-shot the rest of the Ram Rider. Alright, this and this. Yeah, we don't care about this. And how does it go? Oh, that went well. That went pretty well, I told you. Like, these guys, even though they're only 5-5, like, my Gorbag is rocking, like, a ton of defense. So those, they get, like, in the battle, they almost reach, like, 90 defense. So, very, very strong. And, yeah, they have, like, 6%, 5% reduction, too. Cool. I think that's it. There's nobody else. I unfortunately don't have any, like, runner, so I can't really, like, clean all this thing up, but at least we actually cleared, cleared the army over here. And I'm going to just reinforce this. And the Gorbag. Kitty cat. I'm going to be streaming for about an hour. If you want to talk about the new update, I've done a video and it's already out about the new function to actually, well, you've seen it here. The assemble feature, which it's actually great, especially for people that cannot be present for like an attack or something like this. This will actually help people to just assemble and have your leader attack for you instead of you having to be here for like a time being. Very, very nice. What remains to be seen is how it actually works. So are we going to attack as one and massive, huge army and have this massive clash, which I don't think that would be a good idea, otherwise it will be too strong. Or just like a tile, if you attack this, it will work as like stacked army, one on the other, and just fight one after the other instead of having like a time in between. So like the 5 seconds of battle will be the 8 army fighting at the same time. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the outcome of this update. Otherwise, not much. Like as I said, this I hope it's only for your warband team to actually have access to see what's in the army. Alright, so those guys are getting reinforced. I'm going to keep leveling Zegrid. Alright, I have sad news. Let's see here. I actually... Oh, why are you not working? There you go. So yeah, I've been actually working on my... sorry, I'm getting distracted here. yeah, I'm going to make more Warlord. Lost a few with the Gore Bag. So yeah, alright, let's go Army. And I actually tried LOTR, like as you can see here, he's a level 42. And unfortunately, I was unable to make it work. Like, if there was a season to for him to be good, that would have been this one for multiple reasons. First of all, he is very, very like focused on those fallen, which I mean is a great unit, and it ignored defense, which is also good, and mounted unit has a 20% chance to deal an additional 70 damage. Again, great. 20% is not much, but if you count that they are attacking at least 10 times in a battle, theoretically you should proc it at least twice. That's not the exact math, but let's just assume like these are the maths. The other way that I went for is Pallbearer, which gives Reaper and Stalkers, Reaper in my case, 30% more damage. That's crazy good, especially like knowing that the Reapers are actually focusing a unit that has the I think it's lowest HP, like usually the range unit. And yeah, 30% damage is great, and Reaper also get a bonus, I think 50% damage past round 5. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go take a quick look. I don't quite remember. It's just a great unit overall. So yeah, round 5 and onward, damage dealt is 35. So basically, if you put it maximum, I think it's reached like almost 70%. And yeah, calling, that's the thing. Normal attack, 115, prioritize enemy with the lowest defense. So usually archers. They're not so great against cavalry, but again, archers, anything that is like in the back doing damage, they are very, very strong against. So that being said, added 30% damage to those guys. They makes for a very strong unit. And the way I was building it, I put 7 point here for 5 instance of damage dealt. So every time the commander deals 5 times the damage. Your next attack will deal 35% more damage. So the build was to actually have the Fallen fully boosted, because the max level Havoc here gives you Reaper and Stalker. They will not be the priority target if they are other unit, which is not entirely true. Unfortunately, like the commander will still do his skills and attack your Reaper if they are around. So your Fallen are not tanking all the damage for them, which kind of suck in a way, because you want your Fallen to take damage so they increase their damage. That's how Fallen work, if you didn't know, and hopefully by now you do. So Fallen, incredible unit. Like, they are super strong. They are great. They have a high amount of HP, decent defense, and I was playing LOTR with the Cask of Pride and the what's it called, Scale Mail. So I was giving them an additional like almost 20 defense. So they were around 75 defense and 92 HP. So crazy strong. They reduce their damage received by 10%, and they also have, like, every time they actually take damage up to 10 times, they have plus 6%, so basically plus 60% damage at maximum. So if you make some calculation here, 40, so 60%, you'll deal around like, well, maximum damage will be around like 62 damage. That's massive. And yeah, 62 damage here. And with LOTR, which has the corrosion, all your unit bypass 35% of the armor. Like, on paper, it looks crazy good. Like, Fallen Knight first damage dealt, plus 60%. The issue that I have with this is the Fallen actually are great when they are attacked a few times. So this like at the beginning of the fight isn't that great. That being said, it's still like a big damage. I don't want to say nuke. It's not a nuke, but it's a lot of damage. Then you have the 20% chance to deal an additional 70%. So if your attack, let's say you roll max damage, which is 62, and you roll 70% of that 62, you'll do another like 62 twice 30, like almost like a little bit over like 100 damage per unit. It's massive, and bypassing 35% of the defense, so a lot of damage. That being said, the build was working for the pallbearer and having your fallen receiving some damage instead of the reaper, so increasing their damage buff quicker. The bad part of this is your fallen are taking a lot more damage than they usually do, and you lose more unit, and fallen are actually quite expensive to make. So that's the like kind of counterpart that didn't quite work with me at first. So yeah, I was completing the build with commander for 5 each instance. So the goal was to have like this that triggers every 2 round. We don't really care about the damage, we just want instance of damage here, so all my unit gets the 35% bonus. I was going for Reaper, and I would unlock those 2, which this one appends like append like round 1 and every 1 round, and this one too. So these instances of damage, they come like quicker in effect, and you also have like this one instance of damage. I don't know if it is like counted. For example, if you do like this to all unit, it's against 2 enemies, so 2 instances of damage or 1. It's unclear. But yeah, I would have actually put 2 point here, 1 point here, another point here, 1 point, 1 point. So it will deal like as much damage all around without like investing too much in like any particular. So my unit would have the 35% bonus damage more often. That was the build. As I said, unfortunately, like I don't think this like would change stuff so much. Like I was doing some 130 and 150 tiles with LOTR and my Reaper with my Fallen, and I was getting destroyed basically. Like I was getting so much damage done and losing so many units only from NPC. I even tried. I was like, okay, let's say like the pallbearer thing will actually give my stalker some protection with any troops. So what I did, I added some trolls that they would taunt. The bad, like there was good and bad with this. Good thing, they will tank first damage. Like for the few rounds, the first 3 rounds, they would tank damage from well, pretty much everybody because they will taunt. And then past round 3, so 4, 5, up to the last round, the pallbearer would still work, but the damage would be, I don't know how distributed to the trolls or the fallen. But I was still getting so much loss, sadly, that I just gave up on LOTR completely. Sadly. Well, if you have it and you found something about it, let me know. I really like the guy. Like he looks pretty cool, but unfortunately, I think he's lacking a few things. I thought about making like a DPS build, building like Reaper, Precise Blow, and Heartseeker, just because this goes with the Reaper. So you would go here. Unfortunately, you would have to like skip the armor corrosion, Holy Unite, like the defense drop. Like this tree we wouldn't use. We would mostly go for these two. Like you'd put pallbearer with trolls, so they are a very tanky unit. I guess it could be good perhaps in non-RP server with some dwarves. Perhaps. That's, who knows. But yeah, so pallbearers with here deliberating deliberate strikes, which has a huge RNG in terms of damage. Here the feint would still be in play because we would build Reaper, which would give massive amount of might, basically 65 total, but reducing the focus by actually a lot too, so by 30. So I mean, you will be like a glass cannon at this point. And yeah, Hurt Seeker and a Precise Blow that will actually deal damage every round, but this one is against one unit. And 4 times 7, so 280 physical damage. So physical damage can be reduced by defense, but I guess it has Pursuit. So against those Gilgalad, pesky Gilgalad, it would work. And the Precise Blow, it's again the enemy with the lowest HP, so usually like archers or even those dwarves, like Shield Bearer. It deals some physical damage, like not even much, like probably around like I think 180 or 200, something like that. So yeah, the good thing is that happen every round. It is not modified by might for this one. Yeah, this one either. So I don't know. I'll try to make it work. I'll try to test it like further. And after this, I suppose you can go Ring Wraith. But you're not like working with this. Yeah, I wouldn't go Ring Wraith. I'm not even sure like Feint would be good. Massive Fallen is useless if you're not running Fallen, but you want the Armor Corrosion. So there's just some mismatch into the skills. Oh, got 2 reports. Is that the one that I built there? Where is this? Yep, okay. He made the way. That's fine. Oh wow, okay, he moved his city. Okay. Maybe he's been moved. Because you get like the protection. Whatever, that's fine. I'll go back over there. Like the primary goal was to actually defend here. $66 and 83. Yeah, I'll leave this be. Solid, but it was only again also 40. Okay. Solid again, but again against like these kind of unit. Pierce. Okay. I think I'm gonna need that Albert with what's it called? Mounted Might or Mounted Bane. Instead of like I'm currently using here Allied Mounted Unit deals 4.5. I would have to take a look if like Chariot count as mounted. Otherwise, I think I have one with Pierce. Yeah, I do have one with Pierce. Although, not exactly what I need. And I have plenty of weapon to get one stronger. Alright, on the good news. Boom. Black Serpent. Getting good. But, I finally unlocked my Kirun Respect 5. Which... Massive War Chariot, side damage plus 60%. We are most likely going to rune next season, and this guy is going to be like MVP. Especially because the Albertier also received 30% less damage from mounted unit, which sadly is one of the problem with this game. Like your anti-cavalry unit, they're just getting torn apart and just getting stomped on by any cavalry unit, even though they're supposed to be anti-cavalry. Alright, so after that little break, probably gonna stream like an hour. At least that gives you some content to watch. Some action in the game. So, maybe we could recap a little bit what happened. We're kind of like stuck here, but we don't want to lose it. Let me see how it goes. Like, I know a lot of people are fighting. Sub is down there. Casino, Serial, Prince. I do have a fort. I'll go in like last and desperate measure. But yeah, today they crossed the bridge here. Fortunately, apparently, like, yeah, they've been able to push them back. THCA. Yeah, it's a very like narrow pass here, so it's very good for like defending. But there's also like a second crossing over here, which is problematic. Tenna and Azaras are here. Who's going to move? Blask. Okay. Okay. That's Oranos and Demigod. So yeah, Jojo's going to move as well. Could I move here? 1, 2, 3. I guess I could move over here, but I feel like if they are not able to hold them off, I guess I won't be able to help too much. Like, this is just a runner. Yeah, so they're going both way. Just a lot of 4, 3, 6, 8, 10, 12. About like almost 20 armies all around, but there must be some runner in there. So yeah, they can handle it for sure. They can handle it for sure. $62. Oh, 60. Okay. Yeah, I've been fighting a lot here, so I'm just like kind of trying to see. All right, so let's not get off what we wanted to do. So here, yeah, it's basically all right. That's one of the things that needs addressing. So basically, we were wondering at some point why the good side commander were so high level, even though like they cannot farm the ant or anything like that because they don't have fire damage. And we eventually realized that they actually were going for those like mob, like this. These are like real guys. But yeah, if you go here, like you have some like computer which in number they can be very strong and hard to pass, but in a way they also serve as farming. Like people will just go and like strike this like five armies, and they will most likely go through all of them in one hit and get a ton of XP just by doing so. Um, Unfortunately, like we don't have access to Fangord, as you can see. Like the middle of the map is pretty much like completely sealed for the good faction, so we don't have access to Fangord in any way. We were farming some hobbits at some point when we were around like level 30 or so, like 35. But yeah, this is kind of a problem. Hopefully, the update with the new equipment will help. Kind of, I don't know, giving some more losses for the like good people, and make the well, the farming a little bit harder. All right, let me see here. Gonna close Dragonfest, which is where I'm going next week. Um, hmm. All right, so story time. Uh, I mean, we could have had a chance if we were a little bit more coordinated. I don't want to put the fault on like anybody in particular, but in our warband we have Furyu, which is one of the fearless pioneer, and yeah, as a fearless pioneer, you get some. Well, I don't want to say advantage, even though it is kind of an advantage. So you get some int on what the season will look like, and one of the main thing and problem that now they kind of fixed is people like at the beginning of the game when you're actually you start from Hobbiton and the Fellowship leave, the ring is actually gathering some corruption already, which I understand why it could be misleading. And you want to like slow them down. You want to actually try to make them like slower, have like so many territories to actually increase your corruption on the ring bearer. But the truth of the matter is, this part from Hobbiton to Rivendell is actually scripted, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like they will reach Rivendell with like around here kind of corruption, and they will be all healed to 0. So the idea of the season is great, don't get me wrong. Like the idea is great, the execution so bad. A few things that they could do, like first of all, which at least they did, that they removed the ring and the corruption as you start from Hobbiton to Rivendell, so people won't get misled by the like the ring. So that's the first step. So now people won't be crazy about the corruption and trying to get the corruption to actually give them hope that they can win before the Hobbit reach Rivendell, which they cannot. And let them focus on some very, very important points, which are gathering your sources, try to like mock and get your commander to a higher level, capturing territories, which will come handy, and not actually build scouting towers in area that doesn't matter, like Cardolan Keep. There's a ton of scouting tower that were built over there, and they didn't come into play until they actually started like running down to the mines of Moria, which I guess eventually they become handy, but they lost so many resources at the beginning of the game, which could have been used in a better way, in my opinion. Like You want to build troop and hold some position, not build towers and lose some resources making them. They also cost gold, so gold in early game is very useful to actually boost your unit and have kind of a hedge over the enemy. So that's first thing. Second thing, I know there's a lot more like people on the good side, which I understand why. Like a lot of people want to be virtuous. They want to play the good side. They want to play the hero. They want to play the character that they love and enjoy. So, of course, it brings more people to the good side, and I'm aware of this. But main issue here, first of all, it is an RP season, which by itself is bad. You should actually have the season be non-herpy. Like, give the people the choice. Because right now, we're fighting against people that are playing RP in a regular season. And when you only play RP, you only spend your money towards your, like, good faction, well, madam and stuff. So you increase your amount of influence as well as like your amount of respect for all your commander on the good side. Compared to what we do on non-RP, let me show you. Like commander here, see all this? That's a lot of respect, and like this Gandalf is 4, this Theoden is 1, although I have a ton of like things to level up him past 5. This Walden is 5. My Eowyn is 5, and Aldir is 3. Like you see here, I also like spent a few chests. Like I cannot see the influence right now, but I do have spent. I did spend some money on the good faction commander and items, which are currently useless for me because I don't have access to them. So the amount of like influence difference, like you get some buff. They could seems like nothing or like very very low, but if you have like, let's say 15 influence more than I, because I have like 15 influence on the good side, the difference in the long term is very notable. They did give us a little bit of a buff here, but sadly that is not enough, and let me tell you why. We already been here, like you can see the difference. Like let's say it's almost twice, so let's say they are 90% more than us, just to round stuff down a little bit. So in order for us to be able to compete, we would need a 90% increase, not a 40%, another 25. I understand conscription time 25. Like I understand it could be a little bit lower than what it is, but the main issue over here is not only like this is like not enough, but when you're fighting like almost 2 times the amount of players, what will happen, and we've seen it a lot. Like this here, right here, is a very very good example. Like for every 20 stamina that we use, there's twice the amount of people. So it's not only a matter of unit and resources, it's also a matter of stamina. So for example, I have like I alone need to fight 2 people for me to be relevant, because that's kind of the ratio. So every time I spent my 7th movement on a commander, they have 14 movement on their commander. So that's the breaking point. Like the resources and the conscription, that's like something they have to like give us a buff, and they did, although it's insufficient. The main issue, as I said, is the stamina. So we have to build like twice as much commander and have them like move around like twice as much in terms of movement. So yeah, it's just unbalanced. And that brings me back to my main point where um, they should build server and have people wait to have like kind of an equal forces on both sides. Not start a server with unbalanced team. Otherwise, like my server is like not so bad if you compare it to a lot of other servers. So yeah, it's not only like rambling for like rambling, but there's so many things they could do. But yeah, like at some point I think they just didn't care enough at the beginning of the season. They just wanted the update to roll out and people to jump in. But let me tell you, I am never going into RP server again. It's just not fun. Like, um, I don't have access to all the troops. Some build are crazy good, and people from the good side, like they underestimate their troop. Like, let's go with my Zegrid right here. It just got level 40 by mocking. So what do we have here to reduce defense? Let's see. All right, so we got some Crusher. Cool. They reduce the defense. They do, right? Yeah, they do. So they attack for whatever, the lowest attack. We don't care about this one. This one is the important stuff. They reduce army defense by 12. Flat number. And the opposite of this is the Ram Rider on the good side, which reduced the defense by 50%. Like this one capped, you reach a flat 20. So basically what it means is every time your Ram Rider fight, for it to be less good than, well actually for him to be worse than the Crusher, the enemy in front of you need to have 40 armor. Actually less than 40 armor, because 40 armor makes it even. So anything that has 40 armor or more, Ram Riders are strictly better. And let's be real, a lot of things have more than 40 armor. Like just here they have 66, so it would reduce by 33. What about my Alchemist? See here, Alchemist, they're already so weak, so it doesn't even matter like the Ram Rider. What about those? Like 33, but as you saw with my Gore Bag, they can reach up to 75. So yeah, even 23, like I don't see people not running anything that boosts defense on character. So yeah, having access to the Ram Rider makes for a huge difference. You also have access to like Dwarf Guardian, which are crazy good for tanking. I've mentioned them earlier with my LOTR build. So yeah, oh right, your pike, like Gondorian pike, so much better than our Baldur. Like they are actually very very weak. Like they have the same anti-cavalry training, which at least there's that. But I'd rather like have chance to block damage than counter-attacking for like, and it gives what that like 18% damage I think every time they take an attack, which 20% damage. Let me do some calculation here. They have 20, so 20% of 20. It basically gives like a 5 damage back. Not even, because it's 18%. So yeah, great. Let's see, 5%, 5, so time 100, so it basically gives back 500 damage per unit. So let's say I have 2,000. Have a calculator here. So I have 28 unit that will deal, so it's 28 time 500. 14,000, yeah. So not so great, and that's maxed. So right now they're half there, so it would be 7,000. and 7,000. Let me see a report. Oops, not this one. Did he fought? Yeah. Okay. He had a good fight on this one. Let's check it out. Let's check what we've got here. And yeah, that's before defense as well. So, okay. So, preparing for battle. Well, yeah, my Sauron has plus 10% for powerful sweeping. Oh yeah, I was the one attacking. So that's another thing. Like this here, the powerful sweeping. It's not. You don't have access to it in the non-roleplay server, which, in my opinion, is better because just because your attack having a 10% buff is kind of stupid. Yeah. So they have physical damage caused by abundant. So the guy has a abundant power and physical and focus damage, which physical with Gandalf not so great, but the focus, yeah, it's good. Powerful sweeping damage caused by session or defender. Okay, so they get the bonus too. Okay, at least so it's compensated on both sides. Activate might bonus, so 10%. And the focus minus 21, so very strong. Speed bonus, yeah, whatever. Strategist, 10% on all my damage, so basically my focus damage. Yeah, I had more stats than the Gandalf by I don't want to say by a lot, but yeah, I had more. Falling getting mounted. Okay, that's the skill for everything. Boost their defense by 20. So yeah, 61 defense here for their March Warden. So Ram Rider would be better than Crusher in that condition again. Cavalier, Halbardier, Melee Vigor. Yeah, that's my armor triggering. Arrow Suppression. There's no target. Right, I don't have any archers. So yeah. Alright, let's start. Pre-battle, Sauron, Gordmore. So, focus damage received by both his unit plus 25%. Sauron active as Deceiver. Damage received by plus 20, which is modified by focus, if you don't know. I think it's 14% modified by focus. So, another like 20% bonus damage. This is why I like Sauron is so good. Sauron activate Ring of Terror. And all of them fall victim to madness before attacking. And because they're affected by madness, they will receive plus 40% damage. Again, crazy strong. Sauron activate Overload, which is unfortunately not maxed yet. It gives it deal focus damage, but also give them like 5% more damage. Which the amount of troop that you will get off just by having that will be strictly better than the 5% damage. Well, I mean, you saw it. You saw the results. And it also carries pursuit, so they cannot like dodge this effect and just get the 5%. So it's all there's also that. Getting up to Gray, activate Wizard. Fallen is unaffected by stun. And Halberd is unaffected by stun. I guess Wizard, let me see. Okay. Can I initiate normal attack or activate skills? I guess they're resisted? How did they resist it? I don't have anything here that protects from stun. I don't. I guess you can resist stun. I didn't even know. Alright, you learn something new every day. Alright, let's go back here. So on overload, fallen Alright, fallen defense diminished by 6, and Alberi defense diminished by 6. Activate the Gray. The Gray has effect as stacked. Activate Mitrandir. Fallen damage dealt minus 31 and minus 31 for the Alberi as well. So both my unit are dealing 30% less damage. March Warden are grant avoidance when attacked, and Cavalier will grant, so they both will avoid stuff. And they have Convener, so they will attack first, and they both got dual blow, so they will attack twice. And activate free people, damage received -14 and -14. Let's start the battle. Alright, so Sovereign Reign of Terror, Inflict Madness, and Cavalier. Sound Overload cause. So my Overload, which is the thing that gives plus 5%, is dealing 2,300 to each unit every single round. And it's continuous. So during the whole fight for 10 rounds, it will deal basically 22,000 or so. Sorry, 10. Yeah, 23,000 damage to both unit. So it's 40,000 damage just over there for giving them 5% bonus damage. That being said, my Overload is not even maxed out, so it's going to be even more as it progresses. Cavalry was granting follow-up by Gandalf with the Convener. They attack, but they suffer from madness, but they are resisting, so they will attack my troops. Roaring Charge gives Cavalier 50% damage dealt. Can you imagine if they suffered from madness and then resisted? So, my Fallen suffered 9,217 and lost 2 command of unit. Okay. But they also have Spite, so now they're going to do 6% more damage. And now the Cavalier don't have their effect damage. So they attack again, suffer from madness, but resisting again. But this time they're taking Malabardier, and they actually lost 99 units, so basically 1 command. Malabardier counter attack, but the Gandalf the Grey has them avoid all attack. I guess that's a good way to get rid of their avoidance, because counter attack would have done like what, 5,000 damage, not so much. So I guess that worked out. Then March Warden has granted pursuit, so my troop don't evade. Sonar Overload give them 24, so to 2,473 damage again on over 10 round. It's going to be great. Make them almost lose like a total unit. So they are also affected by madness. They have dual blow, March Warden attack, but they're beset by madness, can defend friend from foe. Attack with pursuit. Attack the, oh wow, that's huge right here. First attack. Oh, see, yeah, my Fallen are stunned. So okay. So yeah, they attack the Warden, 17,000 damage on the Cavalier. So basically four troops for a total of 204. Very, very nice. Fallen are stunned, they cannot attack. Okay. Son activates sustain, so I'm basically healing my troop with the pipe. Sustain 2,000 here, 2,000 here. Because I'm running 2 units, I know both my units will be healed by the sustain instead of like the Mend that was only healing 1 unit. So yeah, I recover pretty much almost half of what I've lost by the attack of the Cavalier. Activate Hysteria, my helmet. I guess March Warden is already affected by madness. Doesn't really matter. I have Hysteria for like round I think 3 to 10. Summer attack, physical damage, but I trigger my smite, which is great. Deals an additional 3,000. So basically focus damage, and it's modified by focus. So basically almost clear 2 unit, almost clear 2 unit, which is nice. Ring of Terror, inflict on Gandalf. Gandalf activate sustain. He resists the the madness, and heal his troops. And Gandalf sustain heal Cavalier, so kind of the same. He attacks, suffer from madness, resisting. Hit my Fallen for 10 unit, not so much. But now Spite is now at 12%, so not so much loss for an additional 6%. And Malberdy are stunned because of the Gandalf. So basically, my troop didn't even attack first round, and we've dealt more damage than they did. Mostly because of the madness, but still. Then round 2, Ring of Terror, continued effect, Cavalier, and the overloads deal another 2,307. They also have Convener again, but this time they attack the March Warden, and the March Warden avoid. That's their first damage, so they will avoid it. And they don't have avoid anymore. They attack again, suffer from madness but resist, and they attack my Fallen, which only lose 33 unit. Not so bad, and now I'm at plus 18 damage. I'll take it. March Warden, Keen Highs, Pursue, continued effect. So yeah, they basically keep on. They're still suffer madness and the overload. Another like almost 1 unit. Follow up, so they will attack twice. They suffer madness, but they resist. They attack my Albardier, and now they do like 2.5 units. So some good damage. And they attack again, and they resist the madness once again. And they attack my Albardier again for another like 242. Like that's 5 command unit with 1 round. So now my Fallen can attack because they are not stunned anymore. They attack the Cavalier and deal 10,000 Sauron attack. Smite focus damage does not affect Cavalier, so my smite didn't work here. With my Sauron, my Ring of Terror affect the Gandalf, and the Gandalf will attack the March Warden for 2,000 damage. Okay. He also resists and will heal the March Warden. Okay. Albardier attack, and now he's not stunned anymore. And he attacks the Cavalier, which is good because he's a mounted unit and only deals a few damage. So yeah, again, overload, doing the work. Like I'm going to skip a little bit more. Like now that the Convener is done, like you can see here, they're attacking a lot less. Like Cavalier, they attack. Lost 81 unit, but I counter attack. And yeah, see? 500 damage. They deal like 400 damage. They lost 5 unit out of the counter attack. So it's bad. It's just very bad. And yeah, I still had like 2,000 units. So it's just so bad. Hoo-hoo. Watch out. I'm going to like counterattack. The only way that it went well with this counterattack is at the beginning, like getting rid of the avoidance, but still, like that's nothing. They lost 5 unit out of this, and it's a complete skill. So I rather like block and save. I think it's like 20% physical damage rather than have this. So a Gondorian Pike, great on Sauron, especially if you have the Carver. You have like that plus 3 damage. It's crazy good. All right, Sauron now activates Soul Siphon, and this is where the damage is actually crazy good because you will deal to 2 units. So I basically deal 10,000 damage, like over 10,000 damage to both this unit, and I heal my unit by like 14,000, and this is a massive difference. Then I proc the sustain again, boom boom, heal everything. Like I think my Fallen are almost back to like no loss at this point because they recovered 82 unit here, and they recovered only 5 here, back to like 220. And then yeah, March Warden effect. So you get the point of the battle. Like Sauron is actually great. And people are debating on using Overload or not. Yeah, see, I was 30 fallen down after like 3 rounds, and they've been hit a lot. They were at plus 18%, so they've been hit 3 times. Maybe 4. I didn't like read completely, but yeah, you see, it keeps your unit alive. The madness is crazy good. They suffer from 40% increased damage when they are under the influence of madness. So yeah, just a very strong commander. See, like I ended up losing like what, almost like 78. Yeah, 78 fallen, and 700 38 28. Yeah, 28, 728 halbardier. So very good right there. And nothing happened since we left. Are they depopping? I think, yeah, we're protecting over there. Yeah, that's good. Hopefully they wake up and they're able to push back. All right. It has been an hour, I guess. That's going to be it for now. Thank you for watching. If you made it to the end of the video and listened to me like just talking all alone, leave a like, leave a comment. Just tell me your opinion about anything. Like I like to read you. Give me a like, a sub. It's always good for me and give me a chance to become a fearless pioneer, so I can have like more information to share with you when the time comes. And on that, see you next time, fellas.